Oh my God, it's only $169,000? I better buy two. Hey Mia, I'm gonna order Uber Eats. Do you want any of that? Just take my money, Jeff Bezos. Take it! Oh sweet, I get 5% off if I spend over $100? Let's do it. Oh, so this is pretty cool. It says right here, if you subscribe for 69 cents a week, you can get free guac from Chipotle. Doing that. So my most popular video is all about saving your money, and saving your money is very important. It's the first step towards building your wealth. It's well known that a penny saved is a penny earned. So the more that you can save, the better off you will be. And now I'm making such a crazy amount of money on YouTube, and I'm able to buy guac for all the people out there. I've decided to change my mindset a little bit. Instead of having a money saving approach, I want to have an income increase approach. The two ways that you can make more money in your life are one, saving more money, which would be the easiest and just cutting back your expenses, and the other being increasing your income. When I'm increasing my income, I don't want to just increase that income so I can spend more money. I don't want to be one of those people who are making a really high salary that end up spending it all and are actually in just as much debt as the person who makes a far below average salary, which is a majority of people. I want to make sure that when I'm increasing my income, that I'm just using that money to build my wealth faster. I don't want this to be a lifestyle change. I just want it to be easier to do the things that I'm already doing. And if you guys also want to make more money, you'll really enjoy subscribing to my channel and smashing that like button, which will help the YouTube algorithm. And then you'll help me make even more money, which will make me want to help you even more. You get what I'm saying? Scratch my back, I'll scratch yours, all those good things. And if you want to hang out with me even more, go check out my Patreon. Ever since I can remember, since I've been young, I've always had a difficult time spending money. And to a lot of you, that sounds like a really good thing, but sometimes it doesn't feel all that great. And when I was not making any money and spending my parents' money as a kid, I really had a hard time doing that. I never wanted to spend their money because I knew it wasn't mine, so I didn't want to spend it. And when I started making money of my own, I didn't want to spend it because I knew I worked really hard to get it, and I wanted to keep it and invest it and watch it grow rather than spending $7 on a Bud Light, even though I know that's a fantastic investment. And this would lead me to do things like getting a library card instead of paying for books, which I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but it's because I had such a bad feeling in my stomach every time I went to go pay for something. I tried to figure out the best way to pay a lot less for something and still get a good result. And now I'm trying to take a more of an income increase approach where I'm trying to have more streams of income and increase my income. And if you want to learn about all of the ways that I make money, check out my video up here or in the description below. I talk about all of my 7 income streams that I have. And that's something that I'm really trying to grow so that I can have a better mindset when it comes towards money. I don't want to feel nervous about going out to lunch and treating someone to lunch or meeting a potential investor friend and then buying them a drink. Everything like that, I don't want to feel bad about potentially driving somewhere and having to pay for gas, doing whatever it is, maybe taking a trip to reward myself for doing some of these cool things after taking a weekend of renovating so that I can take a break. Whatever it is, things like that, so I don't have such a small mindset and I'm just looking down towards that saving as much money as possible. You want to be able to enjoy your life. If I'm attempting to increase my income, for me, that doesn't just mean buying a Lamborghini or buying nice things, buying a boat. Never buy a boat, always have a friend with a boat, much better to do it that way. But for me, it means being able to take a trip, take my parents on a trip, not having to worry about buying someone lunch, or being able to donate my time and my money because I'm not so worried about losing a day that could have gone towards making more money or investing my money or doing something that felt more valuable in the moment towards making more money. And really I want to do this because I want to try to get rid of that pit in my stomach that comes with spending money. Even if it's on necessary things, even if it's going to the grocery store, I always feel much worse knowing that I could spend on the store brand thing rather than the regular branded thing. And I'm probably always going to do that, but I want to be able to get rid of that feeling that comes with spending money. And I know if I'm able to increase my income, I'll probably be able to get there slowly, but I'm still probably going to do a lot of the similar things, but maybe not take it so seriously when it comes to actually spending my money. I know I'll always be in the aisle in Costco comparing peanut butter prices or the meat prices or whatever it is, but I want to make sure that I can have a bit more of an abundant mindset, take some of that money and feel okay about spending it on things that are more important, like being able to spend some of the money that I've been getting from YouTube on better equipment. The same goes in your life. Maybe I am really interested in making coffee or working out at home, which are things that I like doing, so I could buy better weights or buy some better coffee, something more interesting, not like bankroll coffee, but something better than that. So really the old adage of you have to spend money in order to make money is quite true. If you want to invest in yourself, invest in your business, and make things more passive, you're gonna have to spend a lot more money. And YouTube is a great example of that for me right now. Right now I'm doing all of my filming, which you kind of have to do. I couldn't probably pay someone else to do my filming and make this really passive. Although I wish it were like that, that would be quite awesome. But I'm doing all of my editing as well. And I'm doing a majority of the ideation and doing all of that stuff and figuring out exactly what I want to talk to my audience about. Something that I've been able to hire out from day one are my thumbnails, and Mia does that, which is absolutely awesome. But instead of having such a restricted approach to making sure that I can save a lot of money, I would love if I were to hire out something like editing. Right now, it doesn't really make sense for me for the amount of money that I'm making for the channel. But I feel like that's sort of the chicken and the egg approach. Potentially if I started hiring out the editing and paid that money and we're at a loss for the channel right now, I could start producing more. Potentially instead of 2 videos a week, I could do 3 a week and then have a lot more time for other things. Editing a video probably costs $100, maybe $150 per video. I don't know, maybe less, I haven't really looked into it. And I have to tell myself, are the 3-4 hours that I take to edit a video worth that $30, $40, $50 per hour? Or could I be doing something else that is a higher dollar per hour task, like finding more properties to buy, and take that time that I was doing editing and put it towards that and potentially make more money there? So that's really the different shift in mindset. Rather than thinking about how much money am I saving at this exact moment and where I can put it, can you then take that time and that money in dollar per hour that you were using and then do a much higher dollar per hour task? So I think this income approach is very important because the first couple of years when you're building your wealth and starting out on this financial freedom journey, saving is by far the most important. You need to save your money if you want to invest it and do things with it that are actually meaningful. But after a couple of years, when you're in that spot of I've done a little bit of this and I want to start to make it grow so I can actually enjoy my life, or I want to make it passive so I can keep doing those things but with a lot less work, then you need the approach of focusing on those high dollar per hour tasks. You can't just be focusing on purely, I'm editing, I'm saving money, I'm making sure that I'm doing all my property management, I'm saving money. You want it to be passive, you want to enjoy your life. And that's where this really comes in as well, is while you're saving all of this money, it's not just about increasing your income, but you want to make sure that you're comfortable with spending money. You can't just spend 10, 15, however many years, maybe 5 years, trying to save as much money as possible so that you can retire early, to realize that during that 5, 10, 15-year period, you did nothing that you enjoyed. You still have to enjoy the things that you're doing on a day-to-day basis. I want to be able to take trips, but I'm going to make sure that I take those trips with credit card points. I want to be able to go out to dinner with friends, but make sure that those are meaningful friends that I can hang out with. So it's important to be able to distinguish between wasting your money and spending it where it actually counts. So spending more money is something I really battle with every single day. I want to make sure that I'm maximizing those dollars and I'm not wasting money. There's some things else that I could do in my life, like pay someone else to revamp my website so that when you go in the description box below and click on that link there that talks about my personal coaching and you go to that website, you're wowed by how good it looks. And that's not something that I'm very good at, and I'd have to probably put a ton of hours in to figure out how to make my website really good. But could I hire that out and have someone do that in a couple of days and then go back to it and have that all good? And during those couple of days, I'm filming a few extra videos. That seems like it would be a lot of good use for my time. But right now, I have a really hard time justifying doing that. So I really want to change that savings approach and then investing in myself and everything that I'm doing in my life more. So really, when it comes to your wealth building journey, and most people have found my channel through that video where I save a lot of my money, those first couple of years, it's really important that you do save a lot of your money. You need to take your active income and save as much as possible. You need to have that emergency fund. You need to start investing in the stock market. You need to start investing in real estate and house hacking because that's one of the most powerful tools and something that I've done myself. And now I'm 2.5 years into this journey. I've realized that I can't just keep doing that the entire time. If I want this to actually pan out, and I want to make sure that I'm not living like a college student well into my 30s, even though I'm considered financially free, I need to think a little bit bigger. Right now, I could retire if I wanted to based on the real estate investments that I have, but if I thought a little bit bigger and bought more and did things to hire out where I could utilize my time elsewhere, then I could have a lot more of those real estate investments, or potentially grow my YouTube faster, or have even bigger and better businesses. I could hire someone to make other digital products for me, or whatever it is that could grow my brand, grow myself, and grow the amount of income that I'm actually getting every single month, so that I can take that and actually enjoy my life. And I'm not saying I don't enjoy my life. I really do. I love all of the things that I'm doing. I enjoy doing the renovating. I enjoy cooking at home. But sometimes it would be nicer if I could pay someone to renovate my bathroom instead of me doing it myself, so that I could come home at the end of the day and see that it's all nicely neat and done, and I don't have to worry about figuring out on YouTube how to actually properly tile, fixing my stakes, all of those good things. So I want to make sure that I can increase that income so I have more opportunities to do that kind of stuff and focus on the things that I care about. So I want to hear from you guys. Do you feel differently? Do you feel like you should save as much money as possible? Do you think you should hoard all of that money and use it for everything that you would ever need in your life? Do you think that you should hire out some of these smaller, less important tasks to you, things that you don't want to do, so that you can focus on those more important tasks, those things that actually earn you money, and actually end up growing yourself, growing your business, and growing that income stream? So I hope you guys enjoyed that video, and don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Share with your friends so they can change that mindset and build their wealth even faster. Thanks again for watching, and hope to see you guys next time.